Okay, there it is, off the pickup truck bed, and on the furniture dolly, New Haven Movers equipment dolly. So let me get this thing unhooked, roll it into the garage, we'll get her unwrapped, and we will look into it again. I said, man, I'm a little intimidated by this thing. So I'm going to probably put it together in parts and some pieces. And he said, well, you got to take it apart anyway. You're going to fix that gear. So if I want to have a back gear, I need to break into the machine and get that back gear out. And I still haven't looked to see what a new one would cost, but he says this one could be machined. He says they would have done it, but you know, they already had the thing apart once and back together, and they just don't have the time. They need their equipment up and running. So you know, they bought a used head and put it on, and so yeah, he said there's nothing wrong with this thing other than what's been stated. All right, we'll get her unwrapped and bring you back. Okay, let's remove the shrink wrap. Okay. Okay, power mill, Condai, high velocity 685 to 3000, low velocity 85 to 360. Grease and lubricate twice a day. Grease motor twice a year. Made in Spain. Type FV1. Declutch worm of the feed when it is not in use. Stop machine before clutching worm of the feed. Okay. Looks like a little gouge is out of that pulley. You see that or not? Yeah. Should have no effect. Let's see if I can find any motor information. See, this is the quill lock. Okay, there's probably something here that I don't understand. There's a collet in there. Here we have some kind of shifter. And I got X, X, Y, Y. There's the switch. See if I can't find some information on the motor. Okay, I'm gonna probably have to get the camera out, take a picture of it. See what the motor plate says. I guess I just don't understand what there it is. There's the quill. And this some kind of lock. These are the mounting bolts, it looks like. There's the mounting face. Alright, I got some research to do. Well, I imagine the motor's going to come off. This section's going to come off. That's probably where the back gear's at. This part will mount to the machine, and then we will start reassembling it. Let me get that motor information if I can find the faceplate on it. Okay, we can get some measurements now. Okay, we're going to go from center to center here. Start at Get you set up here. Okay. Start here about half. Looks like they're 4 inches on center. No, they're a little different here. 4.5. Start this at 2. There's 3. 3 3/4 maybe. That's 4. That's 4.5. This ring is 4 4/10. Overall, 8.5. Okay. Whether this screw lines up or not is maybe irrelevant. That's the tilt. It apparently does not nod. So once again on centers here we have 4.5 and 4. And they're 4.5, let's say. Okay. Let's go in here. And let me turn this off. And okay, this gear comes off, so that won't be a problem. There's 4 inches there. Can I get 4.5? Yeah, the bolt pattern is good. This is what lines up with the tilt. And this is 3 inches. Okay. There may be some kind of faceplate installation. This might work if we might have to machine this down flat, because the bolt pattern 4 and 4.5 should line up here. And like I said, the 4 is up here, and the 4.5, and almost okay. So my bolt pattern is 4 on centers and 4.5 on centers. So at this point here, I can get 4.5. And at this point here, I can get 4. So the bolt pattern will line up. This is going to be a problem. Now this gear comes off. That gear is what does the tilt. And if that didn't line up with our pulley in there, then we could just delete it. I'm going to take a look at this one again. That gear is about 3. I believe that gear is going to fit right in there. Yeah, I'm being optimistic, but I think it's going to line up. What I need to do is separate this. Separate this from the pulley housing. It's got to come off anyway to check out, look into the back gear. Now I wonder if a Bridgeport manual is going to be helpful. Now, I don't know anything about drawbars and 8, whatever it is, the tooling, but here we do have a collet in here, and we just have a hole here. So I guess the drawbar is missing. Not sure what that plate's on there for. This is maybe where you change. No, you don't change gears there. I think this is the gearbox here. Well, I think the thing to do is going to be to get this off. Okay, get this separated. There's four nuts there. And see how that's going to line up for mounting. I'm going to need some longer bolts with a T-groove on the end. See what I'm going to need. Where did I put them at? Is this it? This ain't it. Well, I thought I put them in that tub. Need to pick up that quill fixture and housing, and you can pick it up and compare it. Probably a little easier. Here's my hardware. So basically, I just need some threaded rod. These lock in back here. That won't be a problem. That's either a long bolt, full threads. Do I need full threads? No, I don't need full threads. No, a threaded rod and nut would work best. That way you don't want to have any moving parts back there in the groove. Okay, tell me if this collet moves at all. Okay. All right, I think that might be it. Okay, we got the milling machine head, and I got a good feeling about it. Looks like it's gonna work. Tomorrow, next day, I'm gonna start separating it into pieces, the three main sections. And my first focus is gonna be getting it matched up to my machine's face here. It seems to be a popular motor or milling head across the pond. So if anybody has any input or information on that, I'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, I'm going to go learn about Bridgeport heads and find out what all the bits and bobs and knobs do. So, little wore out for the day. It's been a long day. It's been kind of a taxing day. Truck troubles. So, yeah, we're off on a great adventure. Like and subscribe, tell a buddy, bring a friend. We'll see you guys.